Hi guys, good morning. Coffee, hello. Not a bit of a ranty one because, well, just because we want to see the wizard, the wonderful Wizard of Oz. I fucking hate NPCs. That's really my rant. It's yesterday. I mean, it was my own fault actually anyway, because yesterday I had to get some bits and pieces. So I went to Lidl's, which is a supermarket here. And my friend had to queue up forever and ever. I was in the car and I was waiting, and it was an absolute nightmare. And they're just these people. I was just like, wow. Nothing there at all. Not a fucking thing. Their behaviour, you see, it's all in the behaviour, it's all in the... it's just appalling. No consideration for other people is a big red flag, yeah? No empathy, no sympathy, no consideration. Just blatant judgments and assumptions and selfishness, stupidity, ignorance. It's just appalling. I fucking hate NPCs, I really do, I really fucking hate them. And it just comes to mind that but from the get-go we're conditioned, especially in England actually, very much so, people are conditioned to think you have to be nice. Be nice. But that sort of nice means that you have no discernment at all, and you'll tolerate anything. You see? And I don't really believe in that type of nice. In fact, I don't believe in it at all. I don't believe in that type of nice. I think that we need to just be discerning in our choices. And yeah, because you think, well, I don't give that my attention, and I don't whatever. But the thing is, you do give it your attention because it upsets you, it obstructs you, it gets in your way, and it fucks you up. These people, especially when you're in close proximity to them, they do that. When you live, like in England, everybody lives on top of each other and next door to each other. They are in your face 24/7, so you have to change your internal parameters accordingly. You just have to do it. It's very difficult for soul travelers, It's very, very difficult because we're surrounded by these creatures on all sides, and I've just had enough of it. It's like I got a Facebook friend who lives down the road, and it was like, oh, do you have message on Facebook? Do you have any screwdrivers? And I'm like, yeah. Oh, can I come round and borrow one at 4:30? And I was like, yeah, you can at 4:30, but no later, because I don't really just fancy sitting around waiting for him to come round at leisure. So I said 4:30 is fine, no later. He never showed up at all. And it's like, I mean, come 4:45, I thought, fuck it, I'm just not even going to answer the door, I'm just not going to bother. And I saw him this morning, and I said to him, next time you tell me you're going to come round and you decide not to bother, can you let me know? That would be nice. Yeah, all right. Whoa, horrible, horrible people. And I know damn well they're NPCs because there's absolutely no energy there. There's nothing I feel nothing. It's like talking to a photograph or something. That's how it is. You know that's not a living being. And so I'm done with this whole nice business, because the nice business is what keeps us wanting to believe that everybody is sold. It's what keeps us wanting to believe that, oh, deep down they're good people, they mean well. Yeah? But it means that we have no discernment. It means we'll tolerate anything. It leaves us open to abuse and manipulation and gaslighting. That's what it does, really. So, yeah, I'm not doing that. I don't want to. It comes down to, because we're always told by every religion, pretty much, well, certainly Christianity, that it's all about love. But the type of love, and this isn't love, obviously, it's manipulation and it's subterfuge, because that isn't love. Love doesn't accept, like a doormat, all this type of abuse. I don't think that's what love does. That's not what love is about, people. The way I see love is that love is truth, love is freedom, and love discerns and love sees all that is an abomination and not of the natural world. NPCs are not of the natural world, they are AI, they are inserts. They're here because the AI wants them to be here, because they consent to it all. They consent to evil. Evil needs NPCs, because NPCs are its minions. It's as simple as that, really. I think that it behoves us to stay away from these people, to put up strong defenses, you know, to shield ourselves, and to not allow them in any way or shape or form to take advantage of us, to siphon off our energy, to verbally abuse us, to physically abuse us, because that's what they do. All these narcissists, you know, and all these sort of... I know, because I've come across so many of these people throughout my life. I have a lot of experience of these types of people. Now, I've come across sold people who haven't behaved very well, and I've known straight away this is a very wounded person. It's a different story altogether. It feels very different. The experience is very different. We're all, like I always say, we're all a bit skewed and wonky and a bit fucked up. In fact, we're very fucked up. Which is why we go within, which is why we do the work. And even after years of doing the work, you know, we still have this stuff come up. They make life so fucking hard for soul travelers. It has to be said. I come across people that are just amazing, and they're just beautiful people. I do, and every time I do, I feel so happy. It makes me feel good, you know. There is an interaction of love. There's an interaction of light and of goodness. And I give thanks for that every time it happens, you know. But I come across NPCs and they are fucking bottom feeders. They are they are an abomination. Oh, I suppose you can tell I'm not in a good mood this morning, people. I'm really not, you know. Sometimes it just feels as no matter how hard I try, I just never get anywhere, you know? Which isn't true. It's the dark generator is really today. It's like, whoa. That's part of the process, unfortunately, but it really is. It's when we have these days that increasingly show up now, where we just feel really shitty. Really, really, really shitty. I could just... How many people, I wonder, are out there who can really see beyond the matrix? Because most people, even awakening people, just accept it, accept the matrix, accept that, well, death is not the end, so death is, ergo death is okay. Well, no, it isn't. It's a meaningful experience to have a few times, but doesn't mean we should keep having it. There's a lot to be learned from polarity, there's a lot to be learned from duality, there's a lot to be learned from, okay, disease, old age, death, losing your loved ones to war, famine, murder, whatever. But, you know, guys, I've been here many times before, I get the feeling, and I've been doing this and doing this and doing this ad fucking nauseam, and I've had enough. And I don't think you should not just accept this. Love does not accept gaslighty, nasty, abusive, sadistic nonsense. We are not just fodder to be used here. We are supposed to be self-determined, self-activating. This shift in consciousness, and it is happening, I do feel it is. We're like a pendulum swinging from side to side, you know. One day it's like you're doomed, you're powerless, you're shit. You're meant to suffer, it's the will of God, you know, and whatever. And then the next day, you know, you're in the light and you feel fizzy and powerful with your magic. I don't know. We should push the boundaries, keep pushing and pushing and pushing. We should get a really fucking sharp knife and just cut the boundary open and then walk right through it. I will not accept limitation, I will not accept boundaries, I will not accept walls, I will not accept keep out signs, I will not accept signs that say COVID-19 stay away. No, 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 no. I will not accept powerlessness. I will not accept old age. I will not accept disease. I will not accept death perpetually. I will not accept being recycled into this shithole over and over again. I will not accept that, oh, this is just the way the world works and it has to be this way. I won't accept it. It's not acceptable. It's beyond anything that is acceptable. It's wrong and it's evil. Why should we accept just anything that is anything less than our true potential, you know? People, keep pushing the boundaries. Don't just stop. Don't be content. Rage against the dying of the fucking light in any shape or form. Don't sit and be content and tolerate and accept. Keep going forth. Keep slicing through. Keep moving aside or moving around or moving over or beneath or underneath or whatever through. Because there's more, there's more, there's more, there's more, there's more, there's more. Don't just stay on the level. Too many people, too many people are just far too fucking minimally content. It's like, well, yeah, okay, I'll just stay on this level. Fuck. There's more people. This isn't real. We're meant to play around with this. We're meant to. And yes, I know that very little happens from a place of state I'm in today. These states that I am in, like as I'm feeling today, are a part of the process though. The New Age would have us believe that we should never feel the way I do today, and that we should never say the things that I'm saying today, because it's bad and it's negative and it's low vibration, whatever. I say, fuck that. It's how I feel. I feel a shitload of rage, and I feel a shitload it's like, get me out of here. I don't want to grow old. It sucks. It's a fucking abomination. I don't want to have all these constant problems and a constant obstructionism. It's like suffering has taught me many things. But there comes a point where it's like, okay, now I've learned and I've had enough. We're not here, because as long as we believe that we need to suffer, that suffering is essential, the dark overlords will remain in control one way or another, because they're the ones that make us suffer. We make ourselves suffer too. I mean, it's not just one thing, it's symbiotic. Transcendence can only happen through love, the grace of love. I do get that, I do understand that, but to get to that point requires us to go through the shadow of the valley of death, or the dark night of the soul. This doesn't happen overnight either. For some people have experiences of high velocity where it happens, poof, and all of a sudden it's like, wow. But there's no way in hell that all the knowledge needed, required to truly transcend and manifest reset can be downloaded in one go, because I know that, because for me, I go through these days where I feel like it's a purge. There's an alchemical process going on. Yeah, it feels very uncomfortable, yes. But I accept it. I don't accept it. I rage and I'm that and all that, and it's like fuck, triggers, you see, it's all triggers, but triggers are good, they're catalysts, but they make you feel like this. But then something shifts, puke, purge, something shifts, and then, ta-da, eureka. It's always about the choice. Do you choose to live in the dark? Do you choose to believe the dark side? You're powerless, there's nothing you can do, this is all there is. It's interesting because I was thinking about Chiron again, and on every fucking level, even in the level of mythology, the gods, the Greek gods, Mount Olympus and whatnot, they were all the scum of the earth. They were horrible. They were always fucking around and gaslighting and manipulating people, who was absolutely appalling. And Chiron is a case in point, because Chiron was half horse, half human. Horse meaning obviously freedom as well. And he was shot with an arrow by a hydra, I think, which is like a many-headed beast. And the wounds incurred from the arrow of a hydra can never heal. But Chiron, being a demigod, also could never die. You see the problem. Well, in the end, I think the gods, there's something to do with Prometheus or whatever, and the gods said that, okay, well, we'll allow you to die. And I say to that, well, what a load of fucking nonsense. Why, if you can allow him to die, you can just heal his wounds. Do that and let him live. I always feel that when human beings, soul travellers, feel the way I do today, it's very chironic. It's the catch-22 in a way. It's like where we're going around in circles and we can't see the way out of the matrix. Because the dark generator has got us by the throat. And we're still in that corner of the room, cowering, believing what it says, that we're powerless and whatnot, which is bullshit. But you feel powerless when there's so much shit going on, and when your body is hurting and you can't sleep and you're fucking depressed, really depressed, you know. And people aren't kind. Because we need kindness, we need love, we need support, you know, we need somebody there to listen to us, to care. So many of us don't have that either, we're on our own. I'm not, I'm lucky in that respect, but some people are. But the whole chironic thing, you know, it's like the catch-22, it's like, well, you've been shot by the hydra, and now you've got a wound that can never heal. But I think that's just gaslighting nonsense, people. Perhaps the fake persona has to die, that the evil has to die, wet ego has to die. New Age loves talking about, oh, but the ego has to die, the ego has to die. And I say that's bullshit. See, one of the reasons that I love myself and hold myself in high regard is that I have never followed anything in my life. I've dipped into this, that, and the other, and as like reconnaissance. I've been here and I've been there and I've figured things out, and I've always been a loner, and I've done it all by myself, and I've worked things out by myself. I'm not affiliated with any kind of religions. I simply find pearls. Now, I might find a few pearls, say, in Gnosticism, but that doesn't mean I'm a Gnostic. That doesn't mean to say that I'm going to believe everything that says. Or I find pearls in Islam as well, but I'm not going to believe everything it says, because I know it's all bad news, it's all toxic ultimately. And if you follow these things and these dictates and these religions, you can not do well, because they're evil in and of. They've been hijacked and subverted, you see. And some of the pearls are still there. That's what I do. I will not believe anything. I'll simply follow my inner gnosis, my inner knowing, which is all mine, which has been revealed to me, by me, through me, whatever. I am a self-determined sort of person, and I'm fucking smart. I can connect dots, and I can see well beyond the matrix. I know, there's people saying, oh gosh, she's a bit fucking, who do you think you are saying that? You see what I mean? This is fucking programming, and it's fucking bullshit. Because we can say these things about ourselves. If it's true, it's fucking true. I'm not saying I'm the smartest person that ever lived. I'm not saying that at all, but I'm smart enough for me. A lot of soul travellers we are smart people. We're really smart. We are the true smart, you know, the true intelligence. Not these NPC savants, mathematical geniuses who haven't got a fucking clue about realness. We have. So yeah, this chironic story is just an example of all these Greek myths where we're literally just being gaslit. And then you start looking at Norse mythology, and it's exactly the same. There's always these fucking beings who are fucking with us and fucking with us and fucking with us. And there's Wetigo, the dark generator, fucking with us, fucking with us, fucking with us, because of course it is mind virus. It is a bloody nebulous thing, and if only death ultimately can heal us, it's Wetigo that has to die, because it's Wetigo that has delivered the fatal blow, isn't it? Wetigo is the Hydra. Wetigo is the poison arrow. And Wetigo has to die. Wetigo is the illusion of worthlessness, self-hate, powerlessness. Wetigo is the monster that needs to continually be fed with our hatreds. So it puts these NPCs in the world, the AI, through the AI, whatever, I don't exactly know how it works. But these NPCs are there to continually elicit our poison, and they do. I mean, even as we drove into the vicinity of that supermarket yesterday, I began to feel agitated. My energy started to be affected by it, because empaths, especially Heyoka empaths, are much heavy going. We feel it all, we feel it all, we feel it all. Silence. You know, it just helps me to do these videos, I'll be honest with you guys, it really does. It helps me to get shit off my chest. I know I'm not dumping on anyone. That is not the idea. The idea is that I reckon a lot of you probably feel the same way, and so there's a communion going on. You'll be sitting there watching this video and thinking, oh, I'm not the only one who feels like going out and committing homicide. Oh, that's good to know. It just gets to us all, doesn't it, people? I mean, it was driving around and it was seeing not just one or two, but like 5, 6 poor little dead animals by the roadside. It cuts me up. I can't live it down. It's unacceptable. Old age is a disease. It's unacceptable. War, famine, disease, old age, all the suffering and all the struggle and all the horrific abuses at the very top of the pyramid, all of that is an abomination. It is unacceptable. I do remember another world, another way. And I can feel it and I know it and it is there. But it's perhaps a level of frequency. Today I just have that feeling, it's like I just want to go home. I've had enough. I've had enough. I've had enough. I just want to go home. You know, I just want to open my fucking wardrobe and walk through into fucking Narnia now, thank you. Not Narnia, my Narnia, thank you. There's no wicked witches there, though there is a nice lion. You know, and it's got unicorns and, I don't know, blue, long-haired cats with little horns. It's got magic carpets. It's got these people, they're like gypsies, and they travel around this world which is so big, so much bigger than this world. And they just travel around and they live in these beautiful caravans that are bigger on the inside than they are on the outside, you know, like the TARDIS. and they are anti-gravity. They don't have wheels, and they're beautiful inside, absolutely amazing. You know, you can travel with them. You can sit on the roof of the wagon as well, and you can look over the landscape and blue curly trees and amazing weird looking birds, and you know, wonderful food which involves absolutely no cruelty to anyone or anything at all. Magic everywhere, beautiful songs, beautiful stories, such bliss, such well-being, such creativity, such comfort, such flow and such magic, people. Imagine getting to that place and then looking back to this place and the relief you'd feel. There's in the past I've been in situations that were really pretty bad, but you know damn well that the minute you start to really acknowledge that fact, it become unbearable. So you kind of keep it down a bit. But the minute you enter a better place, you then feel the shock of the horrible experience that you were in, that you couldn't allow yourself to feel because you wouldn't have been able to endure it, you see. You feel it when you're out of it, and you look back and you cry great big sobs of relief that you are no longer in it. And I think that is how we would all feel if we entered home, the magical world, the unfallen world. Because we are suffering horrendously here, people. All of us are, one way or another. But if you're not that awake, then you don't get that yet. You're still busy pretending it's okay, keeping it down, because something in you says, well, you wouldn't be able to hack it if you start to really acknowledge how dreadful you really feel. So keep it down, pretend everything is alright, you know? The more you awaken, the more you feel the unbearableness of it all. You see the suffering, you know. And as within, so without, you know, without a doubt, as above, so below, whatever, is true. It becomes unbearable. And yet it becomes a process, it becomes an alchemical journey. Because the sheer suffering, the sheer unbearableness of it all, the sheer knowledge of what this place is and what it does, the horrors that are committed, the atrocities, the things that are done to children, whatnot, to people. It becomes the ultimate catalyst at the same time for personal healing and transcendence. And I think that is the ultimate grace. That is what I've found in this realm. So I can have a day like this, and I have many days like this anyway, where I feel really, really shitty and really, really angry. Ooh, and I can have a rant, you know. Because I want you all to know it's good to be open and honest with yourself about how you feel, really feel, not about pretending, oh, I shouldn't feel this way, or I'm fine really, when in fact you're not at all fine. Stop pretending you're fine, and stop pressing it down and pretending to be fine. It's very unhealthy. It's no good. Just get real with it, people. Get real with it. Fuck it. You have nothing to lose. It's when we get really real with it and receive ourselves, all of it, all this shit, and the dark January is there, and ooh, and all of it, and that's when healing is happening. It's coming on hard and fast now, people. You know, for those really doing the work. It does feel as if we are in a time of great significance. Yeah. It does feel that way. I think think I'll leave it there for today. I really haven't got anything else to say. Yeah.